Hey guys, up Sandrew, and it is time for the finale of Deadman Season 5. So in this video we will be training up mostly our skills and also having some close encounters with some PKers. Hope you guys enjoy. I decided to put in some music for this video just to make the clips go more smoothly, so let me know if you guys recognize some of this music. I'd be very interested to see if you guys do. Anyway, so first we're going to start off here with some magic. Pretty fun skill to train in Deadman because you just get the levels so quickly. The main reason I think I also wanted mage defense was because you get a little bit more magic, or I actually just said it right there, you get more magic defense by getting magic levels. Your actual defense level only accounts for a very small part of your magic defense, and I think your magic level accounts for like 70% of it or something, so very useful here to get some extra magic levels, and pretty cheap as well buying the runes. So basically at this point in the game, Deadman had kind of died out. There's maybe only 70 people on every world, so main thing for most people was just to get their levels up and get to top 2,000, and you'll see a little bit in the end of this video that actually gets really crowded because everyone's kind of doing it on the last day, whereas I kind of spread the work out over the season. Look at this clip carefully. I'm trying to buy a Sarah Brew as I'm woodcutting there on the main, and I can't buy the Sarah Brew, and that's going to be really crucial in one of the next clips that I was unable to buy it. So just keep that in mind, but we are going to buy some sharks, and at this point I do have pretty good gear. I got some, like full black T-hide, rune, armor and such, and one thing I wanted to do as well for some easy levels is some Slayer. The best strategy for getting top 2,000 to qualify for the summer tournament is of course to train multiple skills rather than like focus on one or two, because the levels are incredibly fast in the beginning, and yeah, it's just really easy to get a bunch of levels from the beginning because all the skills start out with a 10x XP rate and slowly goes down to around 5x, and of course even in the main game it's fast to train skills in the beginning for total levels. But yeah, so Moss Giants is where I was doing some Slayer, and watch what's going to happen in this next clip. I'll leave you guys to watch and see what happens for yourself with the some new music actually, but yeah, basically a PKer is going to come, and now people have Barrage, so it's pretty damn difficult to make it back to some safe zones, whereas before it was easy on Entangle. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, so that freaking sucked. If I had that brew, I probably would have made it out just because I simply needed more food. I really underestimated how much I needed. But one thing I didn't realize down here, it's actually not a safe zone under Lumbridge Castle. I have no idea why, because it's below a safe zone. And look what happens. This guy starts freezing me. I have no food. I have no armor. I'm totally fucked here. All I can just hope for is just to switch prayers here and just make it out. But luckily the ladder is right there. It is a safe zone right above there. But pretty incredible that this guy randomly found me. I guess they were waiting for people to make this mistake that I did. If I had died there again, I probably would have quit altogether, but luckily we didn't. Dealing with this pathfinding again, and luckily we did have a pretty decent deposit box here. Got the rune items there, got a little bit to work with to rebuild. A little bit of Fire Giants clips, basically just showing that I'm rebuilding. Not going to show you too much Fire Giants because we've seen plenty of those already. But yeah, I did rebuild my combat stats back to where they were. If you may remember in Deadman, when you do lose some XP on your stats, you can get 10x experience rates to recover them. I also did kill this guy right here. Maybe I shouldn't have because he really didn't have anything, but I was just a little bored and wanted someone to kill there. But really no good loot to be seen, unfortunately. But yeah, so my main goal from here on out was to get the top 2,000 total. As I've said, here's the really shitty key. And I'm not going to show you all the skilling I did, but I'll show you a good amount of it. First thing I did was I transferred some money over from the main game on regular 7 to get 400k in the Deadman Seasonal. I think I paid like 2 mil for this or something, like 400k, so really not bad, and just would really give me a good starting point to have some cash so I can train some skills. I started with some wood cutting. I also did a bunch of fire making, as you'll see. Really just want to get every skill up to around 40 or so that I can realistically train. The thing is, at this point, dying is not an option, so this has got to be almost all done in the safe zones. So the Gnome Stronghold is actually a very nice place to train a ton of your skills. You can do fishing, with fishing comes cooking, and you could do wood cutting, and of course do fire making with that. And you could also do combat with the terror birds over there. But yeah, very nice place to train your skills, and just really focused on doing a ton of fishing and wood cutting, as you'll see here. So as we wind down with these skilling clips, maybe it'd be a good time to talk about some of the potential changes to Deadman mode that I think people might want to see or might not want to see. Basically, the real problem is that the Deadman Seasonal tends to die out within a week or two, really. As I said, you only see around 100 or 200 people playing at any given time once the first week is kind of over. And you did see a large spike of players at the very end of the tournament to get the top 2,000, but skilling is really not the main focus of Deadman mode, so a bunch of people playing for just that reason isn't really what it's all about. Here's a very, very easy escape I had to do, by the way. Just thought I'd throw this in here while doing some mining. I think there are a couple things they could do. They need to have more incentive to play the seasonal, because the only incentive right now is to get the top 2,000, which really has nothing to do with PKing or anything, you know, fun like that. Maybe you could keep some of your stats from the Deadman Seasonal. That might be cool. I know some people don't always like the combat mechanics in Deadman. I actually think they're pretty decent. I don't think clans are nearly as powerful as people think. The PJ timer is very, very massive. It's very hard to just, you know, gang up on someone as a clan because the PJ timer is always there. And yeah, I mean, clans do offer protection and they do dominate multi-combat, but that's kind of just what clans are all about, even though I'm not really part of any sort of Deadman clan. The other thing some people have suggested is that changing the sculling mechanics. As I've explained in the past, when someone is skulled, if you attack them, you do not get skulled yourself. And some people have said that, well, you should have to skull to attack a sculler. I really disagree with that. I think you shouldn't have to skull. I think if you skull, that's kind of at your own risk, and people should be allowed to attack you and also help their friends out with training and stuff like that. Some people have definitely made the argument as well that PvP in old school RuneScape is just not very popular as it is, and I could see that as a kind of truth, but I don't know. I really think that perhaps they could focus more on the original Deadman mode, because, you know, having to do everything over again, just with all these seasonals and tournaments, it just gets a little, you know, overworked. It gets to be too much work for some people, and if the permanent Deadman mode could be revived in some sort of way, I think that'd be really cool. But anyway, here's the last clips here, me getting top 2,000 for sure. I think I ended with around 923 total, and that would definitely ensure me top 2,000. Getting some fishing and cooking is here as well. Just trained a little bit of every stat and made sure to really ensure it, because there were so many people getting top 2,000 on the final day, and I didn't want to wake up and realize, oh shit, I'm not actually top 2,000, and all that effort was for nothing. But there we go, ending with the 926 total there, which was well above top 2,000. I think the rank 2,000 was like level 9 100 or something. So playing it very safe, but no harm in doing that. And there's my final look at the bank, my final look at the deposit box, and we'll take a final look at my stats. This was just last night, the very night before the Deadman Seasonal had ended, so a little sad that it's coming to an end. It was certainly a lot of fun. I don't regret playing it. I really enjoyed this Deadman Seasonal, but I do think I wish it was a little more active throughout, because the most fun part was certainly the beginning when, you know, there's millions of us running to get our strongholds of security 10k and people PKing with Wind Strike. That's just so much fun to me. And yeah, perhaps they could also make it so it's not as harsh when you die in Deadman. People could, you know, say that maybe you shouldn't lose as much XP if you're not Scold, or shouldn't lose too much of your items. I'm certainly open to those ideas, so let me know what you guys think about Deadman in the comments. I'm very interested to hear what you guys think. Any changes could be made for Deadman. Here's a look at my final stats. So, you know, depending on how busy I will be during the summer, I'll definitely try to play the tournament as much as I can. I'm very excited for that, and I'll definitely have content on that. Otherwise, we'll get back to the main videos pretty soon. I got a new pet in Oldschool just the other day. I'm very excited to show you guys that and my reaction. And yeah, that's about it for this video, guys. So let me know if you enjoyed. Show some love in the comments. Please like if you enjoyed, or subscribe if you haven't already. And click the little bell by the sub button to get notifications whenever I upload, which are very helpful. Follow me on Twitter down below for almost daily OSRS updates, and follow me on Twitch down below. And also feel free to join the Discord and the clan chat, which is Andrew AJT62. That'll be up on screen. And yeah, I'll definitely see you guys back soon with another main video. I do have finals going on right now, so it actually might not be too soon, but once those are done, which should be in around a week or two, I'll definitely can have more time to edit and such, because this is a time-consuming process to edit these videos, but I do enjoy it. So anyway, guys, have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.